Hey math kids, today we're going to talk about measuring the center of data. We're in chapter 12, section A, and we're going to go over just some terminology real quick. So for discrete data, so that means data that we can see each piece. So if we just like collect data 1, 2, 5, 2, 1, 6, 2, all of that. So for that's discrete data. The mode is the most common number. So in this one we have 2 1s, but we have 3 2s, and so the mode would be 2. For continuous data, we can't talk about the mode individually, so if it's continuous, we instead talk about a modal class. And we've mentioned that in other videos, and so you can go back to those and watch that. But essentially what it is if we have like something like data that looks like this. Yeah, I'll just write that out. If we have one thing that falls into this, 5 things that fall into this range, and 10, then we would say this is the modal class. Okay? The mean is just the average. So we just sum all the data and then divide by the number of data points. So I'm sure you've done that in another class. And the median is the middle value. So if we listed everything from least to greatest, it would be the very middle point. And if there's an even number of data points, then we'll take the 2 middle. So let's say it was 5 and 7. We take the average, so we'd say 5 plus 7 divided by 2, and that's going to equal 6. Okay? Alright, so now we're going to look at example number 1. And we have a bunch of data, so let me write that on the screen. This is all single-digit data. Okay. Last 3, 1. Okay. So it says the number of faulty products returned to an electrical goods store each day over a 21-day period. Let me make sure I got 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, got it. 21. Okay. So we need to find the mean, median, and mode is the first thing. So if we're doing the mean, we need to add all of these up. So put plus signs in between all of these. So go to your calculator. Okay, so I'm going to add everything I can see right here, and then, so 3 plus 4, 4, 9, 8, 9, 1, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 7, 1, 8, 6, 4, 7, 5, 9, 8. Okay, so I got 113. So the sum is 113. So we're finding the mean right now. 113 divided by the number of things, which was 21. So we just divide that number by 21. And that tells us our mean is 5.38 if we round it to the 3 significant figures. Okay, so we found the mean. Now we're going to find the median. So the median is the middle number. So I'm going to just start crossing out high, low, high. So I go low, high, and the lowest number now is 3. The highest is still 9. Low 3, high 8, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, and so the middle value is a 5, so the median is 5. Okay, and then the last one is mode, and so let's see, we gotta just kind of count, try to figure out, sorry this is hard to see because I crossed out everything, maybe I can get rid of all that. There we go. Alright, so median equals 5, and now we will look for, okay, so there's 2 1s, okay, 2 1s, no 2s, and then 3, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 3s, 1, 2, 3 4s, 2 5s, 2 6s, 2 7s, 3 8s, 3 9s. So the mode is going to be 3 because that's the one that showed up the most amount of times. Okay, now there's a part B to this. On the 22nd day, there were 9 faulty products. So we add another 9 to the end of that. How does this affect the measure of center? Well, if we go right here and we add 9, it's going to change the total of the top to 121, 22 over 22. So we go back to our calculator. We have 122 divided by 2. And so, whoops, that's not what I wanted. 122 divided by 22. So that changed our mean by 5.55. So the new one is 5.55. So it didn't really affect it too much. Those are pretty similar. Okay, now if we go to the median, the problem is when we're crossing out all these things is we're actually going to end up, if you remember, you can rewind the video if you want. But if we cross off a 1, then a 9, 1, then a 9, and we do that, we're going to end up with a 5 and a 6 at the end. And so we have to say 6 plus 5 over 2, and that's 11 halves. So that's going to be 5.5. Once again, it didn't really affect it too much, but our median, the middle number, would be a 5.5. Now if we do the mode, it bumps the 9 up to having 4. So the mode is 3 and 9 because there's 2 that we had 4 times. Okay. Now we just have one more example, example 2. If 6 people have a mean mass of 53.7 kilograms, find their total mass. Okay, so if we have person 1 plus person 2 plus person 3 plus person 4, 5, and 6, and then we want to divide that by the number of people, or 6, this would equal total. Or no, sorry, this would equal the mean. Okay, so this number added together is just our total. So if we move it down here, we're just saying total over 6 equals 53.7. So just some simple algebra, multiply both sides by 6, go to our calculator, 53.7 times 6, you get 322.2 would be the total in kilograms. Okay, if you need additional help, please come to Math Lab. Until then, calculator.